Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Count Christo. This is Songs of Six. And in the last episode, we dramatically scaled up our number of researchers, as well as finished up a spreadsheet, which will help me calculate how we should do our workforce allocation between labs and libraries. I'm going to show you that real quick, don't worry, not for long. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Just very quickly, we have our number of lab workers on the left and library workers on the right. We have a calculated per workforce impact of those library workers, which right now is going to be 0.8%, accounting for the fact that for every library worker we have, at our current efficiency of paper production, we need to have 0.86 people working in the labs. Now that's pretty important, right? So every time we add one person, one human, that is to say, to a library, we need to add 0.89 Dundorians to a paper maker. That's pretty substantial, right? So let's see if we can do that. We right now have 201 lab workers across these two things, I believe. I think that's right. Yeah, 201 lab workers right now. So with those, we should have about, let's get the exact number, 76, 77, somewhere between 76 and 77 library workers. Of course, along with those, we'll need whatever, 76 times 0.86, so, whatever, 60 something. Paper makers. So let's go for that. What I think I will do is try and fit the library in. Now, we've just expanded the loo here. We do need to move. It's been on the list for a while. We need to move some of our central storage stuff out of the way to allow for this. It might finally be time to do that. Humans living on these little areas, looking good. Okay, so for the actual library, 76-person library, how much space is that going to take? We just threw this down here temporarily. Maybe we'll go with multiple libraries. I really don't want to have to put them underground. I think I'm going to move some human housing further up north, because they don't seem to, I don't think they go to their houses to sleep each day. It's just they spend a certain amount of time there. I think I will remove this housing in order to create room for some library action. In terms of human housing, I don't think we have much availability. Yeah, we've got 14 up there, so if we move 9 of these up here, you know what else we could do, actually? A second house upgrade. That could be extremely useful. How much does this cost? 2,000. It's a lot, but we are in the process of increasing how much knowledge we have. So I think I am going to do this. It's going to be very useful for our space efficiency. And what does it cost to upgrade? Just yet more cut stone, basically. So if I upgrade all of that, and then I can cut at least these 3, I think. Excuse me. Let's let that go. Make sure there's no homeless humans. No. So can I cut these 2? We can see availability here. I think we can cut this whole thing, actually. Looks like. Get them in the newly upgraded housing, which adds, visually speaking, it just adds a little upwards staircase. But the idea is these now will have basements and second floors on this housing. Now, some libraries. So I think maybe I just expand this latrine to save the space here. Though this is kind of a better spot for a latrine, really, closer in here. So maybe I cut this one. The load here is at 92%. Let's see, if I cut this one, and then just run the game really fast for a few days. We have got a bit of a human housing crisis right now. Let's fit some houses in. I really don't want them to be at all underground, if possible. I have allowed it with this one, though, so I guess I've already... The die is cast on that one. We'll roll with it. And this is all properly designated to humans. Yes, good. Yeah, that looks... It looks bad. When it's finished building, it just does this kind of shadow, though, which looks less bad. So we will allow it. Build those up. Designate them once they're done. Boom. And then, oh, no. Make it a house upgrade. All of these twice. Good. That should leave us with plenty of housing for our humans to move into. Now some Talapi housing. Yeah, people that move out to these outer areas. I mean, I am going to... Well, I don't think I need to do housing upgrades on all of these yet. Whenever we need some more housing, we will do some more. So, Garthimris, just to check. These Garthimris are homeless. Yeah, I'm I'm frustrated by the way the army is working because Garthimries are coming over here to train. You know what I should do? Wait, homeless Talapis is actually a problem. Where are you? You're a recruit at the training ground? What? Why? You have archery training you need. I guess when you sign up, you go to a training ground. So that's not such a big problem. But yeah, let's cut this training ground. My thinking here is I do want to keep this kind of big, largely untrained Dundorian fighting force. But I don't want anyone else coming to train here, because that results in homelessness in the area. So I'm going to cut that, and we'll probably end up replacing it with more paper making to have it nice and close to the library area. And now when Dundorians want to join, they'll go over here and train up. But we're not actually giving them any training. We may in the fullness of time, in which case I'll have to come up with a new solution, which will probably look like a big training area with nearby housing that people temporarily move to when they're training, and then move back to work wherever they normally work. It may also look like raising armies from regions and things like that, but there doesn't seem to be a really good way to have a multi-species army while also having a mono-species settlements within your city. If you see what I mean, it doesn't quite seem doable in order to make that work. But we'll go like this. We should see, yes, those Garthimries are no longer homeless because they're not trying to train here and then saying, but everything around here is assigned. And why not assign some Garthimries around here? Because I don't want Garthimries. This is the dwarven part of the settlement. We need, we don't want any interspecies, riots, basically. This is auto-employing, but workload at 100%, so very low available services. It will increase the number. But so let's see, we've run the game a fair amount. How is the humans' Lu access? It's dropping, but it's still pretty darn high. So we'll consider that okay for now. Right, so as we want 75. Is there a point having an asylum when we have no rations? I don't know. I'm just gonna not think about that. We want 76 library workers. And I am going to fit them into the existing layout, although I could do with not including that bit, perhaps. So, we have shelves and carpets for our libraries. And yeah, again, we want to allow some relatively good pathing. So let's probably do something like that, and then need to cut out a little bit of the roof. Is 2 enough? What if I put 2 here? 3 here? So that would be enough. Is that narrow enough to allow shelves? Oops, don't speed up time. This side of it? Yes. Oh, that looks pretty good. Is this then able to be inverted? Yeah. Nice. 18 workers in there. And then we'll need some carpets, which we'll just do. I think we're probably going to have to carpet the whole place, which is not a problem. Up to 81. We'll go around the corners. 88. Maybe along the bottom. Nearly. Some titchy bits. There we go. 100% efficiency. Some doors up near where they're going to want to go to work. And then some doors, obviously, access to the market in the south. To and froing in the east. Okay, so that's 18 library workers. Cut this wall, and we'll replace it with a paved road. And yeah, I think once tech is done, I will finally overhaul our tech situation, because it is a little, not a tech situation, sorry, our logistics situation. I think I'll move food movement will go probably up to Pigerton. I think I might centralize it in Pigerton. We'll see. We'd need more Dundorians living in Pigerton for that. So not sure. Anyway, but yeah, logistics I think is next on the list. All right, so that's 18. How many can I get in this block? Which, yeah, again, just keep some nice door action. We can go up to 100% isolation. Sorry, still have 100% isolation with plenty there. And this looks like it's going to be pretty nicely shaped. If I can I do this? No. What about, like, can I cut these tiles? I can. So you don't need to, this is just, these don't need access. Can I cut this one? I can. Okay, so what about it? If we did that. It's keeping it all quite close and then cut here. That looks kind of good. Expand that back out. And then alternate it. Again. But I need to go one more tile this way. Can I cut this tile? No. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I mean, I can cut that. It's close. It's so close. Oh, hang on. I can cut this. There we go. Nicely supported. Okay, and I bet I can do it with just a couple of columns in the middle. Great. I can probably expand back out here and here, but not that one. Yes. There we go. A couple of columns, keeping everything supported in the middle. And good stuff. And same story. Let's try. Well, one with big carpets and one with small carpets, and let's see how it looks. I assume the efficiency gain is the same. Or are these rounding in our favor? No. Yes, I think the efficiency gain per carpet is still the same. Let's just see what it looks like with itty-bitty carpets. 90%, 93, 96, 100. Good. Okay, that should work. Plenty of access everywhere. Go for it. How many workers was that? What is that tooltip? N-res, N floors. We have just switched to the release build. Let me just go bug report real quick. There we go. Doing my part. So, how many was this using? 24, which puts us at 42, right? 18 plus 24, 42. So we need 40, 50, 60, 70, 34 more. So let's renovate this. And do I want to... Yeah, I feel like I want a bit of a crossroadsy bit here. Let's just cut this. And then build it anew. So I can use the space a bit better. Good. So a nice library. And yeah, I'm going to leave at least a kind of... whatever this is, 5x5. No. 7x7. Get a tree in there, maybe? 6x6 only allow one either side. Maybe I should go 8x8. Put a brazier in the middle. Yeah, I want to leave a little square here. Let's do a 7x7 and then put two things in the middle but still have 2x2s. I'll go 7x8. Like that. And then we'll have a let's make it LD decorations. Yeah. Put a tree here. Just a little spice up of this corner of the world. And a new library, which will be built here. Maybe not quite all the way to the coast. If I want to do something different there, we can build it all the way up to this loo. See what we can fit in this space. Maybe I should just use all this space. I don't know. I probably should, really. Be a bit wasteful not to. Let's see what we can all fit here all the way up to the coast. I mean, I could build out into the water even. Kind of not a good reason not to. It's not like we're fishing just here. This close to the center of town. Don't want to be... whatchamacallit, allowing any lack of support to creep in though, so just doing this a little cautiously. There we go. Okay. So, and yeah, I'll build from the left side to the right, and if we have any more space, I'll cut the edge and we can do like a path there maybe. We could put some baths for people. They'd like that. And yeah, we're going to be a little bit less space conscious here, I think. I keep flipping it. Yeah, I want there to be some relatively good pathing around here. Yes, having discovered this new I mean, I'm sure it's not new, but new to me. Little support at the edges thing. That seems like a really nifty way of doing it. Wait, I can place it here? What the heck? How are they working the spot just to the left of my cursor? I guess from above? Okay. I won't question it. What did I need another? It's 20... 22? What did I have before? No, 40... 42? 30... 34? I think I needed 34. So we're getting close already. So if I do this... There we go. This should be enough. Alright, so I will cut this and give us some more room for shoreside activities in the end. Good. It doesn't matter if it's a bit rounded, because the Dundorians, yeah, some Dundorians will see the roundness and it will offend them, but that's okay. This is a human majority area, so... Can I cut this area? No. It's funny how you can normally right-click to undo something, but if your click has destroyed a structure, you can't. It's odd that. I don't really understand it. Door here, here, doors up here, access there. And if the human happens to be at the bottom, one needs to head to the loo. We'll do that. Now, carpets. This one we'll fit in the biggest carpets we can for this one. Oh, sorry, we still have some lack of support. You two. Oh, I can't do this one though, can I? Oh, I can, okay. And then, what about here? No. But here I can. Okay, there we go. Can I expand out? Yeah, those two and then cut at the end. Yeah, I just want that. I want there to be ways through for people. A big column support there. Yeah, I want pathing around the room to be easier. Yeah, we're gonna fit the biggest. Well, no, let's fit some same shape carpets in a few places. Ah, but no, I can't. Let's go with the small carpets mostly then. Gonna need a lot of carpets. Focusing on the edges. I don't know. The other auxiliaries, carpets seem like an odd auxiliary because you can still walk on them and stuff, so you don't have to exactly plan for them. Although I say that, looks like I might not be able to fit all the ones that we need. That's funny. Okay, can I cut these? Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. No matter. Get that back. Which I now can't do. Wait, what? Did I put a door there? Is that the problem? Why can't I put this here now? Must not block other item. That's weird. Is it these carpets? You can place the carpets before but not after? Sorry, after but not before the shelf? Yeah. Weird. That's it's confusing. I'm not sure why that's doing that. Anyway, cut these two. Expand out these two, and then... I mean, I could cut in here, but I'll make the pathing harder. I guess I'll cut here, and you'll have to path... Oh, no, can't do that. Right, and now I'm going to have to... Ah, humbug. I'm going to have to cut all this carpet. We'll just put the carpet back, and then... yeah, just do it as it was. And then we'll just create some new space for the carpets. I suppose I should figure this out. Okay, so 81 is what that went to. Also 81. Yeah, so I very much suspect that single tile carpets are just as efficient as larger ones. Alright, so we just need a hint extra space. Ah, can't put it there. Maybe a little bit more down towards the loo. Just enough to fit a bit more carpet into. Where else can I put some more? I kind of like the idea of staggering it here a bit to create this titchy little open space, but can't always get what you want. Put that there, throw some carpets down. I've put a door here already, haven't I? I haven't, I have now. I mean, yeah, here is the best place, but if I do it there, it's causing me other issues, so... Strange little double wall feature here. There we go. I mean, that is really weird. Let's expand the room like this. That still fits. Yeah, now I can shrink it like this, give it a curved edge. Just going to lose one more tile. There we go. Okay, good. Door at the bottom, fully carpeted, 100%. Full support. Go for it. Now, working on libraries should be as important than working in labs, I think, probably. Administration is probably a little bit more important. So I'll prioritize that somewhat. And of course, to work these libraries, we have to let in a whole host of more people. So that'll be expensive. We will want to do this upgrade, I think. It gives a 0.5 additive bonus. Right now, we are benefiting from a 0.5 additive bonus. So you go from 1.5 to 1.2, sorry, to 2.0, which is a 33% increase. If we had a 33% increase on knowledge bonus, that would give us, I think, about 20% more science. The cost to get the upgraded library thing is... where is it? There it is. 12,000? No, it's not worth it right now. I think it might be. Ooh, the small carpets do look kind of janky, don't they? Darn it. Okay, we're going to have to renovate these rooms and cut those carpets. Which means I'm going to have to cut the whole thing. Maybe we'll get used to it. I really don't like it, though, because they're different colours. Nuts. Okay. Yeah, we're going to just have to redesign this, I think. Just cut those libraries. Build it up again. Cut out the same segments. We can make it work, just in slightly different shaped. How did I have this? It's like that, wasn't it? Yeah. We can make it work just with slightly different shaped carpets. The bigger ones do look better. I think the upgraded carpets look better as well. I remember it looking quite a bit cooler than what we achieved just then on previous playthroughs. Get the big ones in the doors. There. 95%. Chunk. 97, 98, 100. Okay. And yeah, it keeps the doors, doesn't it? Or no, it doesn't. Sorry. There we go. Get the doors back. Put them down here for symmetry's sake. Cut the extra one I put in by mistake. Okay, go for it. And yes, it won't take that long. I'm just going to do this. And then trim everything outside the walls. Chunk. There we go. Because now we know the size we're going for, so much easier to place. There we go. All the way down. And we couldn't just replace the carpets because, as we established, that doesn't work. 34. Actually, that's less than we had. Did I have it the other way up? Or one over? So blocking the top in that last one? I shouldn't do that because pathing in here to work needs to be easier. We'll go to 34 workers here. That's fine. Throw the doors back in. Not really convinced of the utility of that door actually necessarily. Let's put it slightly more central. And then again, big carpets. Right, but do cut these bits. Good. Do get these corners. Good stuff. Okay, and with this, we will be in a dramatically better technological position. Because we will be able to bang out vastly more science. We will need more humans. This is not properly supported in the middle. Nuts. Where did I make a mistake? Need to cut that bit? There we go. Okay. We will need vastly more humans, which will be a problem, because they are criminal, insane types. So we will have to increase our law production, I think. Our law stats, that is to say. But that's fine. We are in a position to do so, and we'll be even more in a position to do so when all this is done. So this was 76 workers who should be using 2.25 papers per worker. Sorry, about 2 each. So I need enough to make 150-ish paper, call it. Which is a great deal more than we are currently producing. So, this is our paper stockpile, isn't it? Yeah, so perfect to have a second paper maker right here. And ideally with a door straight into the stockpile. Good. I'm going to cut this space, get some storage right by the paper stockpile door, maybe at the top here. Seems good. And then give me the workbenches. Now we could also tech up on paper production. But these guys should be making 2.2 each. So if I need 150, then I need... So 150 divided by 2.2. The other easier way to work it out is what's 86% of 76 is about 60. So let's just rock with that. But we're not going to be able to fit that many in this room. So I might as well just have this be built and then fill in the remaining need once it is a little more clear what that need is. I think I may struggle to fit enough auxiliaries in here, but let's give it a go. I could move the door over by 1 to fit that in. Put a new door here as well for easier access. Where else can I put some auxiliaries? Yeah, this makes the pathing a bit more awkward, so I'd like to avoid that. Door is right there. Aha, here's good. 95. Woohoo. And yeah, down this wall. Perfect, 100%. 30 employees here. Right, let me do maybe add this to my spreadsheet actually, so I can remember easily. Paper workers equals library workers times the library to paper ratio. We need 66 current count. Okay, so we've got 30 there, 40 here. Now, how much would paper making tech cost us? 400 for a 5% boost. That's quite expensive. It's not terribly expensive, but it is quite expensive. Let's let this be built. But then I think, yeah, we're going to need more paper production. Like, these libraries are going to be a bit ravenous for it. And I think we need to start putting paper production in central storage as well, which is full. Let's reduce stone here, put paper in here. It is auto-employing. It's already fetching guard furniture cyclic order. Really? What are you pulling from central storage? Wood and leather. Right, so you should not be pulling wood. And you... No, not available. It's not available, that's fine. Pulling... What are you? Stone and clay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could move the janitor. We could move... where would it be a good place for a paper warehouse here? I mean... I could fit it into this nice little square we created. I could shrink this lab a little bit here. But, no, I think we will just keep it in central storage. Basically. Yeah, so some paper here. Odd jobbers will grab it, I guess. Odd jobbers will fill this for us, move it from here to here somewhat, but that's not it's not ideal. Let's upgrade the size of this so I can drop this and increase this. Now, guard furniture, you do need to be doing that, right? Pulling furniture from there? Because other places are taking their furniture from here? Yeah. Okay. Don't put paper here. It's not ideal. And drop the ones that I just increased, because I don't really want you to be storing more of these things. Just one box. One box. Good. We'll do another warehouse. Where will I put it? Good question. Once this moves, I suppose I could put it here. I could replace the asylum with it, but ideally it would be right here, wouldn't it? Okay, right, fine. We'll move the janitor. That's actually, yeah, making it sound like a big deal. It doesn't really matter having to move the janitor because they have pretty good range. Come put it in this space down here, which will be redesigned, but janitors are easy to move because they're so consistently shaped. So, okay, and now we remove, of course, the old janitor, which I replace with a warehouse. Although, perhaps again, a warehouse really doesn't need to be very big, so we can fit quite a lot into this little space and provide a little bit more room for people to move around in. Yeah, door at the top and bottom. And then give me some paper around it. Good. This is books. No, sensibly. Library. It's all paper. It's upgraded. Pulls from this warehouse. It auto-employs. Okay. Did I build that out of dirt? I did. Oops. This is still built out of dirt as well. Oh my god. That's annoying. Well, we're about to redo that, so I guess I'll redo it when I redo that. Oh, actually, no. You can just use the replace tool, can't you? Shift D, Shift W, Control D. What's walls? Control W, Shift W. S, structure, that's right. Alt S. Replace, convert. Make all these walls out of stone, please. Okay, and the warehouses are going up. We will need yet more paper making. So the other thing we need to scale up dramatically is paper production. Paper is turned into wood at a very nearly 3-to-1 ratio. That's weird that it's not quite 3-to-1. Let's pretend the ratio we need is 3-to-1. Why is it consuming? It consumes 6.2. Is that per person? If base is 2, let's go to one paper maker here for a second. That's the easy way to do it. 6.3 in making 2.3. Is that 2. What is that ratio? Why is that a weird number? What's 6.314 divided by 2.368? It's 2.66. Okay, it's 2.6 recurring. So, seems like 2.6 is the number to go for. So let's produce... I mean, we need more wood for other stuff as well. But, yeah, paper makers are going to start chomping through it. So, ideally... Whoa, what happened here? There's an accident in the bakery and people are bleeding all over the food. Bloody hell. Okay, so more wood is required. We have, right now, no surplus. So let's make as much more wood as is required by our new paper industry, which is going to be 66 workers. And each worker is consuming about 6.3 wood. 66 times 6 would be I'm gonna no wait, I can't do that in my head. That would be 480, right? Ish. Call it 500. Jesus Christ. This is a big lie. The expense of this, you know what? Oh, I didn't think about this. My spreadsheet's not complete. We worked out the ratio, the workforce ratio, pretending that you just had to make paper and then work the library. But that's not true. You have to make paper, and you then you have to make the wood to make the paper. I originally made the spreadsheet ignoring that because when I had a region, and the region was giving me just infinite wood, basically. So you have to factor in the number of workers required for wood as well. So I'm going to pause the recording and go and do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, spreadsheet updated. Here it is, very briefly. We now calculate the wood required per paper worker, the wood generated per, or rather we input the wood required per paper worker, the wood created per wood worker, and therefore the wood to paper worker ratio, which means that each paper worker generates 0.38. I realize now that I've done this wrong again, actually. It should be this plus this Hang on. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So what we're calculating here is the amount of science output you get, but reduced by 1 divided by 1, which is the 1 library worker, plus the number of paper workers per library worker, plus the number of paper workers per library worker, times the wood worker to paper worker ratio, which is 0.3. So for every library worker, we have 0.86 woodworkers and 0.38 paper. We have 0.86 paper workers and 0.38 woodworkers, which means that overall we need 1 plus this, whatever that is, and then we divide the number that we're actually generating by that to effectively reduce the amount per worker of knowledge we're generating down to 0.68%, which means we're now slightly overbuilding on library workers. But that's okay. I don't mind slightly overbuilding. When we upgrade the libraries, which I suspect we will do relatively soon, this value here will rise dramatically. And when we educate them, that value will rise dramatically, which will, and consequently, make this one rise dramatically. But there we go. I can also use this, I now realize, to work out how much wood we need just for this. So I'm going to do that now. I don't really know why I paused for that. That was just multiplying one number by another. But yeah, so... Oh, no, I did it wrong. Never mind. There we go. So by multiplying together the number of library workers we have, and the library to paper worker ratio, and then the woodworker to paper worker ratio, we get the number of woodworkers required by our current library efforts, which turns out are about 25. So let's add 25 woodworkers. Cool. Entirely necessary, that, by the way. You definitely can't play the game unless you're extremely good at spreadsheets. By the way, you definitely can't just hover here and see, like, oh, that number's higher than that number, add more woodworkers. Or better yet, like, this should be red if it's green, add more woodworkers. The Google Sheets integration is non-optional. Okay, so we want to add 25 workers here, which is kind of perfect, really. It means if I let in an additional 25 tilapis, it'll all be fully staffed. So, renovate this. We're at 13 now, so plus 25, 38. Let's crank it to 38 people. However much that requires us to grow it, which is about... It's not going up as fast as I expected. There we go, 37, 38. Okay, and we will want some new auxiliaries dotted amongst the woods, which now takes machinery to upgrade, because we've upgraded this room, of course. Getting some pretty good efficiency out of it. I very rarely look at this part of the city, so I'm not... I can actually just do this, can't I? I forgot. Just kind of dance around with the auxiliaries. Because it doesn't actually... It doesn't overwrite trees. There we go. Boom. And another 25 tilapis. Now, with this new building, it probably is finally time to move the tilapis. I want them to be able to work these places. So really, I mean, the tilapis, I assume, would really hate working underground. So I should probably move them. I mean, moving them from here to here seems so temperamental. No. Let's not move them. Let's not move them. Instead, let's upgrade their houses. That will let enough in. And that should be good. Now we are short on workforce. So I have just added a lot of jobs. Oh, are Dundorians going to work at the library? No. So it's mostly just the libraries that we're short on people in. So yes, we do need another 75 humans. I think if I let in... Let's let them in 25 at a time so as to not cause complete chaos. In case. We still need more Dundorians and Cretonians though, so... Another 25 of them. Another 25 of them. Another 25 of them. Cool. Now, we may need to offer better services in order to accommodate all of these new people. Also, our food stocks are very likely to be problematic. We do have enough machinery to do this, right? Yes, good. So we may need to work on food next. It really is getting to the time where it might be a good idea for us to step out and get control of some regions, partly just for the food. Should we put a forest plaza here? Who likes forest plazas? No, it's just Talapi, and you know what? Yeah, Talapi, you've been working hard. Have a forest plaza. And cut these two so that we can have you walk more efficiently down to your woodworking. There's still roundness coming out of this. And then, yeah, just have a little We just around one side of it. Just have a little forest plaza here. What does this cost again? Yeah, fine stone. Maybe increase it a bit up here. There we go. Just around their kind of central area, keeping them nice and happy. Alright, so a bunch of homeless humans. Not surprising. I think we just extend this district north. And then put another 3 on here. With those upgraded, that should be sufficient, I think. Good. And yes, the tilapis are filtering in. Oh, we had room to expand this already, did we? Well, no, I don't think we did, actually. It's just that I have to now click that. Cool. Now the tilapis should all get there. Yes, the fulfillment will come back. They'll all be fully employed. Tons of fulfillment from their jobs, which is really good. Nice. Okay, yeah, humans and things still pretty happy. Let's go all the way up to 300 humans, which I think is what we needed. Yeah, another little infusion of them is required to get these libraries working. Yes, now the libraries are going. And we are, yes, short on paper. Not surprisingly. This might end up doing a lot of work. Maybe I should have a transport carry the wood north. Yeah, and food days stored obviously is rearing its head again. How much was the library upgrade again? 1,200? 12,000 rather? That probably is worth it, but it costs gems, so... Where are our gem deposits, by the way? Oh, they're all the way in the top right. We'd only need a very small Garthimeri population living up there just to get just enough gems to upgrade this. But those of you who are good at the game, I'm sure, are screaming at the screen to just trade for them, which we could do. They are expensive, but we've made it so far on our autarky. Feels like a betrayal of our principles to trade at this stage. I'm going to put a coastal road in here to make transport there. People's movements there a little more efficient. Okay, and yes, house upgrade for these. Good. Leaving. Still some humans homeless, but let's speed up time because I imagine... No, we're not quite going to be able to house them all. One more here. And this should be a highway. This should also be... They are automatically going human, but let's designate them out regardless. Just so that it stays that way as I make changes in the future. This is a very dense housing district. It's not ideal. They're a little way away from some of their services down here, but I think that's what we had to do, really. Could have had them live underground, of course, but I don't think they hate living underground. Remind me. Oh, hey, we passed 1,000 people, by the way. Nice. Yeah, they're not a big fan. 20% fulfillment for living underground. Okay, so now with all of that done, I think just the paper shortage is the issue now. How many paper workers do we need? 66, it reckons. We've got... Oh, just the one here. Cranking that up will help partly then. I mean, 66 paper workers, it really does seem like it's going to be worth it to buy 400. Because each person here is going to be generating more than they were. Because the... Oh, well, it doesn't show here, but yeah, we now need to factor in the total science created by labs and laboratories when considering what's worth it to get tech, which makes it a slightly more complicated calculation, but I'm not going to build that spreadsheet right now. So yeah, you're not employing enough people because we are once again out of Dundorians. Yes, only 2 odd Java Dundorians. Bring in another 25. I should find their new person. Okay, so we're at 42. That number should be 66. So let's just expand this one a bit, I think. What was it? Sorry, it should be 66 right now. This is 30, so this needs to be 33. Just make it much taller. Cut anything inside it. Slow things down. I will rebuild it. Yeah, storage there does make sense. Oh, I didn't actually remove the storage. Good. So we need... What did I say? 33. Working here. If possible. This is going to be quite a tall warehouse, looks like. warehouse? Workplace. Sorry, it should be the other way. There we go. 35. Okay. Slightly over the top, but that's not a big deal. I do want to keep the pathing efficient with these auxiliary stations. With lots of room at the side, which is convenient for that. Door here, here, and actually also up here. And here, if we can fit it, which we can. Right, but this is all moot because I forgot to support it at all. Can I cut here? No. Okay, so we will need something like this and this to stabilize. Hopefully I can still fit 33 in here. Might have to get more creative on the placement. Can I expand to that dot? I can. Excellent. 30. Set against the auxiliaries. 32. Let's consider that plus a small tech investment good enough, I think. Don't forget to put that still a door there. Door here. Yep. 100% efficiency still. Yep. In fact, we could probably cut some of this auxiliary stuff. Yes, we can. Good. Okay. And yeah, did I buy the upgrade? I didn't. Let's get just a couple of levels of this. Good. And then we should start looking at this as well. It's a 2% bonus for 1% knowledge. We're currently trending towards what? Ooh, degradation here is getting pretty high. This janitor is full workload. Yes. Need a new. That's yeah, that's really bad. We need a new janitor pronto. I think we'll be in here. I'll need to build it again to make that work. Yeah, janitor here with maybe here. We have a space here. Good. Can you not increase the size of these? No, you can't. Okay. I could try and put 2 janitors in, but I don't think I'll be able to get the utilities in if I do that. They are Dundorians, janitors, so it's a fine idea for them to be set up. This is awkward shape. Fine idea for them to be set up underground. 10 janitor station here, plus some utilities. Get that one along. Good. Kryptonians not thrilled. Many of them unemployed. Yes, I let in slightly too many Kryptonians. I'm not sure why some of them were temporarily unemployed. But aren't anymore. So, if I update the count, I imagine our food stock situation is looking a little troublesome. Humans are at 300. Kryptonians are at 150. Dundorians are at 350. Insects still 125. Still 50 fishy boys. And 100 elves. Yes, we need 200 bread a day now. Which is why we're chomping through what we've got. We could... well, let me look at this. So this gives a 2% bonus on total knowledge. There's no... I don't know where that will apply. It doesn't matter. Because it's well... the fact that this thing is degrading is troubling. You need... yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that needs doing up here. Also, should be maintaining this road. If I convert all this... that should have the effect of also turning on maintenance, I believe. Yeah, degradation on this graveyard's not looking great either. Surely you're in this one's range? Yes. But we may need another down here as well. I could always do this. They're on auto-employ, so it's not a big deal if they're... if there's slightly too many of them. Pave a road out here as well. Good. Yes, so food situation. We need 128 fish. We should be fine on that. We really ought to get rations going to get our days stored up and things. We could do with some more baking, because I assume we're not actually consistently making that much. Yeah, we're making... we need 200 bread a day, we're making 150, so... bread expansion time. Long have I thought maybe the asylum should be absorbed into the bakery, but no, I left this space for the bakery, that's right. We could also put just more workers in here for now. See how that goes. We have the nearby grain, yes? This place is staying topped up on grain? Yeah, perfectly. Let's see how we do with those 2 additional workers. Could also look at brain tech. Brain tech. Grain tech. Yeah. 10% boost. Yeah. Get a couple of these. Nice. So now we should almost immediately see this number skyrocket. Let's run, yeah, full speed a couple of days and see how that goes. Master of Industry has passed. Really should say the species. Who was the Master of Industry? Insects. It's a huge part of their happiness is derived from that guy. You're a Dundorian. You are an insect. No, excuse me, I misclicked. You are. Congratulations, Master of Industry. Where's he gone? Oh, I actually have 2 available right now. Okay. Do you guys have a noble? No, that's part of the problem. Okay. Oh, you're a Dundorian. Can't find a Kutarian to save my life. Alright, you guys. The 25% bonus on that is pretty nice. Master of the Farms, though. I mean, Kutarians are the ones that are unhappy. Farm kind of fits for him, doesn't it? Nothing else seems like a big deal right now. But, I mean, it's not really farming that we need. Master Beta with the 25% bonus, but we only have 50 Amalvis, so... Livestock could be good, 20% bonus, because it's both leather and meat. There's many things. All of these are amazing, basically, so... Refinery gives a bonus to a good range of things. Let's go Master of Farms, partly just because it really fits with the Crotonians. And the Crotonians could do with some more happiness yet. So the food days ticking up we're working on. They don't have as much stage access. Did I not give you a stage? Crotonians, I'm sorry. You deserve theatre. And here, true to your natural roots, I'm going to leave it completely without a big plaza. Do you like this kind of forest plaza though? Yeah, good. So your main plaza will be turned into a forest plaza. But the stage is going to be out in the wild. You ever been to a theatrical performance performed outside, by the way? Sitting on the grass? This is not a joke. It's really nice. It is a good time. Maybe I should even not upgrade it for the themes. I don't think you can upgrade something. No, I think I'll keep it upgraded just for the efficiency. Oh, this should be upgraded as well. Then I'll cut down some workforce. Okay, so the Crotonians don't need to be super loyal. You know, I want everyone to be highly loyal, obviously, but it's not key that they're really loyal right now because we're not in the business of expanding our number of Crotonians just now. I'm going to expand the plaza a bit, but then not right adjacent to the military area because that seems kind of thematic that way. Yeah, our little plazas are going up. Nice. Okay, so with over 100,000 tech, well, let me just check. Are we at the target right now? How do I tell? I guess I just speed up time and then see if this number's rising. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it is. And has this place been repaired yet? 6% degradation. This is up to only 6 workers, so should be chunking through it. Taking a fair amount of metal to do some of these repairs, but there we go. Yeah, they're getting everything repaired. That's good. Okay. People are using this northern road sometimes, by the way, I'm noticing. But right, sorry, so bread expansion is what we were thinking about. How's it looking? We made none today. Oh, no, sorry. So yesterday we made 220. 220 is not enough. We need 200, I think, per day. And that's not counting spoilage. So let's do an expansion here. I expand, yes, into this pre-planned space. And actually, yeah, there's no reason for that corner to be thus. So let's expand it. Yes, can't expand into this bit. I do want to leave some space down here for the kind of central area. So let's do that. Maybe like this. Okay. Now cut the interior stuff. Cut all of it. I need to remake it. It's kind of annoying though, isn't it? Yeah, hang on. Cancel that. Just destroy it. Build a new one. Why? Because you can't see the support when renovating on existing areas, which is a little annoying, but certainly not the end of the world. Build out here. Occupy all this space. Then out to here. And up to here. Good. Yeah, the warehouse opposite still works fine, I think. But yeah, let's get the support nice here. There we go. Good. Okay, so doors down to the warehouse here. And also up top. And then access for workers and workers to go and have their fun. Good. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to see this support just here. This support issue, that is to say. Nice. And one column neatly solves that. Can I put a 2x2 in here? No. So yeah, we're just going to fit ovens where we can. Although perhaps prioritizing closer to the place where we're actually outputting the food would be good. Food storage there. Vertical or horizontal? I'm not too worried about people bumping into each other actually in the bakery. Maybe like this and then one tile here. Yeah. Ooh, fit that nicely in there. Okay. So a dramatic bakery expansion, leaving room for expansion in the future. In that I am very much not expecting this to need to be this size right now. I'm just trying to allow myself to expand in the future, but I don't think I've left myself any room for auxiliaries. I need to shrink this somewhat. Just like that. There we are. Marvelous. Looks good to me. Up to 26 employees. More than double. I think we're at... Oh, no, we're at 15 before, weren't we? But I get that built. Made a mistake, though. I can expand in here. Makes support a little more difficult, but I can take this bit out. Which leaves room for some auxiliaries. Here. Which means I can cut them here. Which means maybe I can get this in. If I take that out and make it a little smaller, I can put 2. Oh, there we go. 28 employees. Every little bit. I was going to say every little bit helps. It doesn't really, not that meaningfully, but I like it. I like it regardless. We are going to properly floor this area. Good. Okay, now it's working. Give it the upgrades. Yes, we will overproduce on bread. So we'll go for the number. Yeah, reckons it can make 3. There is a mod that improves the predictions, but I've been very averse to modding just because the game is a little bit unstable without mods. At least it has been once in beta, which makes complete sense, let me be clear. But perhaps now would be a good moment. Now it's gone a bit more stable. Okay, so we're making about 280 bread now. I think that's okay. Just consuming 330 grain. We should be making quite a bit less than that. So we're going to have some work for those Cretonians. One of these 5 worker grain farms makes 60. So 3 more of them basically. 15 more workers. We have the workers. Now, fertility base. Yeah, up here is the fertile area. So it's going to be a little bit of a walk to work for some of these guys, I think. This engineered pasture. These are getting the full water bonus, aren't they? Where does it show up? Here. Yes, easily. I think easily. More pastures, more pastures. I mean, I could put them up here. That's a bit closer. Like, I don't want to go too far out here, but that range from this housing is not horrendous. I think I will have to put more. I'll probably want to put more housing here. This is the infertile area, so it'll end up a kind of L-shaped village. with stuff around it like that. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works fine. Now, the problem is a road out to here, which I think I'm going to remove this pasture, copy this one, which is, of course, the one that we just destroyed, at least a copy of it, and just move it down 3 tiles, or even 4 tiles. No, 3 tiles. Giving some room for new cobblestone road in this area, and then just road this whole bit, and then a road over here. A nice big 3x3 road going to the new part of town. And by the new part of town, I mean the new planned farming area, as well as better connecting up these areas. Maybe I could have left a bit more room here. Nah. Not perfect, but that's fine. So then this goes all the way across. No, right. Well, we established they can jump over it, but I still don't like that. So, yeah, it's got back to being nicely fertile here, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so go for fertility map mode. We're at kind of 86% here. It's pretty high. But yeah, we'll build the water. And how do I want to build this? This pasture could... I think what I'll next do to expand as well is make these pastures bigger. We established they can go 25 tiles away, I think. That's 31. No, sorry, 45 tiles away. So I can make these substantially taller if I wanted to. Maybe we should also have more farming here. Do I have a road down the side already? I do. Okay, so actually, easy win on pastures right away is using some of this space. So this road, and then... Yeah, better to have the road run through here, actually, isn't it? Are you exactly at 5 workers? You are. Okay, so the indolent pasture, rebuild it. Right now at 4.9 workers. Get you back up to 10. I'm going to cut this road. Go up this road to get to this pasture, that's fine. Renovate that thusly. Cut this road. What's that? It's a canal, but why is there a block there? For those where people habitually cross it, they just automatically build... Or are these... What are those? Are those bridges? Avoid pass. Avoid _ pass. Right, so they're trying to avoid walking on the road. I think that might just be where people habitually cross. Or is it when there is a road on both sides of it? Yeah, when there's a road on both sides, it builds a little bridge. Okay. Nice. That's kind of cool. Alright, well then I don't need to worry about this whole building the canals on the south side. Because it seems more realistic. Although I still actually want to, now I think about it more. Because the indolent pastures are getting boosted by it. But anyway, yeah, so you need redoing. Yeah, while we're at it, we need more meat, probably, right? Yeah, we need 146 meat. We are way below that. So let's cut room for a 3x3 road out of you. But then you can also expand dramatically. So you should be 40 high at most. And then I think that will give you sufficient fresh water. Well, that's if you're square, so it probably won't, but let's experiment with that. Oh, and you're degrading. Now I notice the state of these walls as well. I need to be... Yeah, there's a lot of things that I just don't remember to check. Should be being more attentive on degradation. I think I'll expand it. Hang on, put that back. Let's standardize this. We just want to take off like that off the corners, I think. We're not going for properly round buildings, although this one is different. Humbug. Also, now I think about it, the degradation might be why we're not actually making enough stuff, but 20.6 workers, that's okay, because it's actually a slightly different test that we're running right now in terms of what we need for 100% water. Up to 100% efficiency. Okay. And then this opiate farm needs adjusting as well. We're going to need more pumping. Need more of everything. This game, man. You need more of everything at all times. Right, which also means, though, we can cut the culverts. Because we've established you can walk over stuff. And I don't mind. Now that I know the game actually builds a visual bridge, that looks way less janky than I thought it was going to. Although, will it build a bridge there? Because the pasture is right the other side? It will! He's thought of the edge cases. He's thought of the edge cases. Love to see it. Okay, so this opiate farm is going to be even less efficient for a bit. So I'm going to cut this out of it. Build a connection up here. Wire 2x2 road into a 3x3. Because I'm going to put trees down the middle of it to make sure that everyone going to work is absolutely thrilled with their time around these parts. Same over here. So, yeah, there and then. I'm not talking right now, just because I'm trying to remember where the edges of these tree things are. I suppose I could just copy paste, couldn't I? That would be a better way of doing this. That's okay. There we go. Alright. Keep it all nice and natural. And we have plenty of trees. Did I not build trees down here? No, I didn't. Okay. There's some big trees down these parts. Seems like a nice way to keep their harmony boosted. Okay, yes, our meat stocks. Yeah, great. Bread, not recovering as fast as I would like. And not because they're out of grain. So, yeah, throw a few more workers into the bread mill. Workload 3%, huh? Oh, right, yeah, of course. You're low on paper. Because I didn't do this. Idiot. Okay. With that coming in, though, we should find ourselves nicely up. You are insufficient workers. Do we need more Dundorians? We do, yep, more. The bureaucracy is growing to meet the needs of the growing bureaucracy. We're up to 375 now. But there we go. Paper manufacture now should very slightly outstrip consumption. Let me get a little bit more paper tech to further help with that. A little bit of, yeah, a few more spoilage techs as well. We have a huge amount of research available, so we shouldn't be too shy about spending it. Okay, fish requirement is now 134. Should have a little buffer in there still. There we go. Now bread is trending much more solidly positive. Okay, so we need a little more opiate farming. Well, it shouldn't. So no, I guess we don't actually. We need more grain farming, that's for sure. So, new grain farm. First off, as I was saying, the easy wins. This already... I can actually build it straight into the deep water. Into the shallow water. Should I do that? Would that look bad? I don't think it would look bad. Yeah, let's make use of the water here. Well, let's leave the shallow water because I think that's what I'm going to end up turning into. That's what I'm going to end up turning into pumps, probably. We'll reclaim land for the pump space. Yeah, I'm going to try and be fairly efficient here because we're not sending a canal up this way. Yeah, we're going to keep the fertility. Keep the fertility high. Let's just cut that line and go a bit further north. That's 4.5. 0.7. Yeah, using all this. 5.1. Alright, so cut a bit here. Until it's 5. There we go. And then another one. Straight further up. I think is okay. And then yeah, fill the space there. Good. Nearly at the worker count we want. That's 4. Make sure I'm using all the space that's efficient down here. Anything with a plus on it, I think, is sufficiently fertile. Let me expand it at this end first. Looking good. Actually going almost all the way over here. There we go. Jolly good. Then this road. Oh yeah, and are you built? How's your water? 1.25. Perfect. Sufficient water on this pasture, even though it's all the way up there. Partly probably because it's getting some from here, maybe, but no, I don't think so. No, it's just that is enough. Maybe it's about covering where the things are. I don't think it is, but by things I mean sheds. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to build. Maybe this 3x3 was overkill, but I'm going to carry it on up here and then just connect the two farms in. I forget where they actually connect, but we'll do this and then where is it? Here. Do this and this. Don't need it up there. Good. And then because in the future, you know, I imagine we'll use this space. Yeah, we'll use all the space in the future, so it's no harm done. And yeah, just place another tree there. Good stuff. Okay, so that's not quite all the new grain farming we need. We will need a new one down here, as well as some additional canalage. So how best to do this? I think probably along. We look at the real fertility. Speed things up. Get this built. Okay, so then we need to work out at what length away I can get the real fertility in this whole area to 100. Because I don't want to go up here, because then that's kind of wasting the fertility on the left side. Okay, much closer than that. Let's try here. Remove this one so that we're not getting a doubling up effect. Looking pretty good. Maybe one further across will be enough to get a kind of, on average, 100% fertile room. Let's see. And then the plan is, yeah, this goes same story, along and back and along and back. Okay, this is, I think that's fertile enough now. So then this was along what? About 17, which I think, as I recall, is actually the same as last time. Did it not tell you the number? Ah, you have to go down one for it to show you the number. That's odd. So along there. And then down here should be, let's just check, that should be totally fertile. You want to give me some stuff? No, thank you. One lunatic running around. Oh, but the asylum got him. Good. It's probably too close now, isn't it? We can't tell because there is not enough water pressure in the system. It's okay. We have Crotonians available to work. Let's plop another one of these. And then is there enough shallow water for me to fit another one in here? Not quite. There we go. Odd to work in the fertility map mode. It's all mighty blue. Amazing that all of this is just from the science scale up, but I mean we did do an incredible science scale up. Not to compliment myself. I mean we did a very substantial science scale up. Okay. So with that, we are up to, yes, over fertile. So let's try this. Don't want to waste water pressure. Still too much. It's a very fertile area. This. Let's be aggressive. Go a long way this way. Let's see how it goes. Yep. Still perfect. Okay. Bit more. This is looking really aggressive. This area is substantially more fertile than down here, it seems. Okay, there we go. Finally getting to the end. Let's go I think one tile further in will do it. Yeah, we are running out of stone as well. Should look into that soon. Okay, I think that's fertile enough, but put in all this effort. We didn't put in all this effort to be just about enough. Let's try and get it 100%. Okay, one more. Sorry, not cotton farm, grain farm. So first one here. 7 workers. We'll remove 1 bit in the middle. And then we'll put a road there. And I will set this manually to 7 workers. And I think that will be enough. These 2 plus this should keep up with our new bread creation. What does it think it should be using? 440 now. Okay, I did increase it further. I think about it. 440 is... I mean, that's a lot of bread. I mean, a lot of grain, rather. Okay, fully cleared. Won't take long to build. Look at them all go. Love that. Boom. Drop that down to 7 and mark it as a 7. Okay. What does it think it's going to make? I don't think it actually guesses that way, but let's fill this area with a grain farm already. Very nearly 13 workers. Good enough for me. Build that. Oh, can't. Area must be connected. Did I accidentally go the other side of the canal, maybe? We'll put a bridge in at this end. I don't want to put it right in the corner, though, because that just looks a bit... Oh, sorry, no, we don't need a bridge to this one. I had a moment to think while answering the door. Actually, we were talking about getting it all right. I was talking about it. You were just listening. Let's not make these imperfect sizes. I'm going to cut off just enough to make it exactly 13 people. Because I worry that it might affect the quality of the produce more than you think if we slightly underemploy. So I'm going to do it just like that. And this one we're going to renovate as well. Just cut a touch more out of the bottom to make it exactly 4. Sorry, exactly 7. And we'll just road this bit up. So it looks a little less cluttered. A little less unintentional, I suppose. Okay, but with those 2 done, it should be enough. I think I can expect sufficient production. I mean, what is the production per grain farmer in a kind of active, fertile grain farm? It's not a grain farm. It's tanking here. Oh yes, that's right. We had a drought. Not the best moment for a drought. But that's okay. We're managing. We're alive still. So with more people employed, we are actually almost out of Crotonians again. But with 6 left, I'm not going to bring more in. Dondorians, though. Need to make sure we always stay up on Dondorians. So we're at 150 of those. Dondorians are up to 400. Okay, so we need 146 meat. Okay, so we just about have enough meat, but might be time for a little expansion. Could grow this one. Or could... What's this got? Need 10 workers. Don't have 10 free Crotonians is the problem. I could do a little bit more Aurochs, but the Malvies are tough to keep happy as well. Why are you not full? Because you were not auto-employing. I should definitely be auto-employing. We can make sure we keep the food and clothes and tools and things they need over here. Oh, that was a fairly big mistake. Alright, now, something I noticed was being a bit of a beast was maintenance. So it looks like we got it basically back under control. That's good. Except up here. So where's your janitor? Here it is. So yeah, a new... Well, actually, I don't think we need a new janitor. Let's just expand this one slightly. Yeah, refurbish this room. Build it up to include this, and you can include that wall. Then these have to be 4x4s. But if I do this and this, hopefully get enough of these in. Not quite. There's not going to be a... Oh, no, that's right. I can do this. Can't I put utilities behind the workstations? Didn't I learn that in the other one? Yeah. Nice. Okay, and then there and there, on here. If I expand it like this, put utilities down here. So close. So close. There's no way to do it, is there? Not without leaving something inaccessible. Can I cut this one and put two, like one here, one here? Oh, I can! Let's go. Nice. Okay, up to 10 janitors in this area. We'll make that situation a bit better. Anyone homeless? Just the nobles. Okay, and the drought looks to have ended. So we're making, yeah, plenty of grain. Good. I'm happy to be making a little bit too much grain. Okay. So, paper. Barely clinging on paper. So let's go a little bit bigger on that. Wood, on the other hand, yeah, I mean, we're eating, we're not making enough to keep up with those numbers, assuming the numbers on here are right. So is wood trending slowly down? It's holding, yeah, okay, it's trending down, but not by much. Well, 300 a day. Okay, that's quite significant. How many free tilapis do I have right now? 5. So let's specifically just renovate this to add 5 workers. So we want 43 workers in this place. And I'm respecting the old road just because that seems fun. Chung, chung. There we go. 43. And yeah, get some auxiliaries in here. Keep it at 100%. 99. 100. Good. Yeah, well, one lunatic. We do need to deal with that. I suppose that's... Yeah, I think that's going to be a target for the next episode is rations. Let's get some rations going. Tilapis are seriously unhappy when they're not actively working in here. We should probably put... They like harmony. We should have some trees that they don't have to cut down. Keep them a little happier. Line the road. It's already pretty harmonious up here. Maybe I could pop one in this corner. Oh, that's quite nice. Little house corner tree. That's fun. And I never did put them over here. Let's pop down some trees. Keep the harmony high in this area. Cool. You can employ the rest of them. Should leave us with 0 tilapia jobbers. 1's also fine, but that will make them a little bit happier as well. Good. Yeah, the complete stoppage of woodworking will obviously have put us in a bit of a tough spot, but we were losing a lot to spoilage as well. We do have more wood than we need. Okay, so yes, a little bit more paper production is definitely necessary. How do I do that? Well, I think our whole paper area here is fairly expansive. Let's do a relatively large paper area here with, again, storage right by the door. And then we can scale this up as needed because we'll need more paper production in the future. In order to accommodate our administration needs. So, we established we can put auxiliaries back here? Yeah. But they're not here, right? Yeah. We could put the one here and cut here. And here? Not quite working. About here. Cut all that. We can get a workbench. Maybe like this and then cut here. And here. And here. There we go. Fruit orchards have been infected. Nothing to do but cut them down. That's okay. Get some auxiliary in the corner. Down here. Perfect. Access here and here. Good. We've got to floor up these doorways. And this. And plop down that. Just fill out that area as well. Okay, good. And is this managing to stay full on wood? It is. It's beginning to struggle. It's employing 4 people now. That's obviously not ideal. Did we put any transports down here in the end? I didn't think we did. So let's put a transport on the corner here. It so nearly fits perfectly. Let's put it here. Yeah, that works. To carry bountiful harvest at our green farms. Nice. Yeah, we really ought to be able to produce massively more grain than we need, which is good because grain spoils slowly. So, yeah, transporter, pull from here, push to here, wood. This is wood to paper. No, sorry, it's wood. We name them where they're coming from, don't we? There's only one wood place, so. But yeah, with one guy doing that, we should reduce the number of deliverymen needed at this paper warehouse. Okay, and now paper is finally holding a little positive, but that's actually with this place fully employed. My god. We should be able to go a few lower. Let's see how we go. This tooltip, I don't know why it bounces. Resources scattered on the map that are not yet stored and counted, appearing and disappearing as the internal storage of the thing comes and goes, I guess. Go down to 10. Right. But I have to go. My neighbour wants help with his doorbell. Oh, hello, Tintin. The dog has just appeared. There's the... That's very cute. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need to look at fish. Fish and rations, the main things for next time. And yes, it's definitely going to be worth investing in this tech a few times, which would be nice. Okay, great. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Till then, bye-bye.